Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Taynan province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of May 31st, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a business dialogue aimed at effectively implementing Resolution number 68 of the Politburo on private economic development. Attending the dialogue at the government headquarters, there were Deputy Prime Ministers Trần Hồng Hà and Hồ Đức Phước. The dialogue was connected online to provincial and municipal locations nationwide. At the provincial site, acting chairman of the Provincial Business Committee Nguyễn Hồng Thanh presided over the session.
In his remark at the dialogue, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized that the Politburo, the National Assembly, and the government have pursued highly synchronized, comprehensive, and strategically visionary solutions on the private economic development. The core issue now lies in implementing them thoroughly and effectively with a mindset of thinking deeply, acting boldly. According to the Prime Minister, when everyone contributes, individuals and organizations alike, society will have the collective resources needed to save the careers and change the situation, pushing the nation towards rapid and sustainable development. Enterprises and business associations expressed their commitment to operating in accordance with the law, fostering the ethical and cultural business practices, enhancing their capacity, qualifications, and character, supporting one another, and uniting for the mutual growth. And also during the dialogue, the Prime Minister's decision on the establishment of the National Steering Committee for the implementation of Politburo Resolution number 68 was also announced.
In an effort to create a breakthrough in socio-economic development in 2025, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV province had just issued a plan to accelerate tourism development, aiming for a 10% economic growth rate as a foundation for achieving double-digit growth in the following status. Accordingly, TayNinhTV province is focusing on key solutions such as intensifying tourism promotion and marketing, diversifying tourism products and services, applying modern technology, embracing digital transformation, and fostering green and sustainable tourism. The province also plans to ramp up the organization of major events, trade fairs, and tourism conferences associated with cultural and historical values, local products, and local identity. Special emphasis will be placed on connecting tours and routes and enhancing the visitor experience through digital technology and cashless payments. In addition, there will be efforts to improve service quality, regulate pricing, strictly handle violations, and ensure a safe and civilized tourism environment. TayNinhTV province expects that tourism will become a driving force to strongly boost economic growth and enhance the province's image in the eyes of both domestic and international visitors. The Advancement 2025 theme, Vietnamese Workers Pioneer into the New Era, took place recently with many meaningful programs and activities that brought workers together to connect and engage. These activities play a vital role in building a positive and harmonious working environment, ultimately boosting productivity and reducing psychological pressure on workers.
The trade union at all levels across the province organized various events that attracted the enthusiastic participation of union members and the workers, such as the worker singing contest, elegant worker pageants, grateful outside competition, along with the diverse sports events, including football, volleyball, cross-country running, and tug-of-war, cycle races, and more. And these programs have encouraged the workers to bond, dedicate themselves, and feel supported. And they also offer the workers opportunities to express their talents, build confidence, and affirm their self-worth. In the current context, caring for the material and spiritual lives of the workers is extremely important, and there needs to be the strong support from the businesses and grassroots trade unions through activities and movements that give the workers the chance to unleash their creativity and ideas, and this helps them avoid the heavy pressures posed by today's challenges such as digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution also. And to improve the workers' well-being and foster long-term employee loyalty, a harmonious relationship between the workers and company leadership is essential. Normally, workers don't have many opportunities or enough time to encourage and engage directly with the company leadership, but through the trade union, they can share their thoughts and suggestions, and this helps the management understand their concerns and develop better policies and benefits for the union members and the workers. As a result, a more cohesive and harmonious relationship between the workers and the company is built. And this is one of the grassroots unions actively participating in the sports country events. And at Bao Hung Vietnam Company Limited in the restaurant, the workers also receive political education through the Ho Chi Minh control space. Concise information about the President Ho Chi Minh's life, the career and ideology is presented to ignite the patriotism and inspire the work ethic, contributing to the formation of the responsible and resilient workforce in this era of sustainable industrial development. This activity helps raise awareness and strengthen the political consciousness of young workers, supporting communication efforts, and especially in the current phase of the young laborers. And the program is very practical and meaningful for the women workers after a long hard work days, and it offers a truly useful and inspiring playground where everyone can meet and connect, building strong team spirit to achieve the best results. As we step into the new era, the trade unions must become the platforms that create opportunities and nurture aspiration for workers. Caring for their mental well-being and promoting the unity are crucial motivations for them to strive towards a sustainable future.
The Provincial Bills Committee has issued a directive to departments, localities and forest owners to strengthen state management of forests and forest land to arrest dispute and encroachments. Local authorities are tasked with identifying high-risk natural forest areas for timely protection. Meanwhile, the interdisciplinary forces, including forest rangers, police, and military and relevant units, must maintain close coordination, conduct regular inspections, and swiftly handle violations. Public awareness and legal education efforts will also be intensified to promote community responsibility in forest protection and wildfire prevention. Local leaders will be held accountable for forest loss, deforestation, or fires caused by legal violations within their jurisdiction.
And to enhance environmental management and protection, the province will strengthen environmental controls on industrial production facilities. The province will not permit investment or expansion of projects with a high pollution risks in the urban or residential areas that lack the safe environmental buffers. And projects using small-scale incinerators under 5 tons per day and high pollution livestock farms will also be restricted also. A relocation plan will be implemented to move the polluting facilities from residential zones to industrial parks. In addition, the province encourages the small and medium-sized enterprises and outdated production facilities with the high emissions to adopt the cleaner technology.
Turn to other news. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first 5 months of 2025, TayNinhTV has continued to maintain political stability and ensure security and order across its border areas and within the province. Socio-economic activities have remained vibrant, with a diverse and abundant goods market fully meeting consumer demand. There have been no signs of halting or unreasonable price hikes. At the same time, the fight against smuggling, trade routes, and cultivators has been vigorously and comprehensively carried out by relevant enforcement agencies. Following the directives of the government and National Steering Committee Re-89, the Provincial Steering Committee Re-89 has issued several key plans and directives, launching peak inspection campaigns and swiftly handling violations, especially those related to cultivated medicines and health supplements. In the first 5 months, the province detected and handled 291 violation cases involving 284 individuals. Of these, 237 administrative violations were processed, contributing over 4.5 billion Vietnam dong to the state budget. Figures pending liquidation are estimated to be worth about 167 billion Vietnam dong.
And on May the 31st, the closing ceremony of the 14th Children Football Tournament U11 of TayNinhTV Cup 2025 took place at the Provincial Sport Hall. Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, director of the radio and television station and head of the organizing committee, emphasized the tournament's role in the discovering and nurturing the young football talent for both the province and the nation. The tournament, held from May the 27th to the 31st, featured over 100 young players from 9 localities with 19 matches and 78 goals scored. Yuan Châu District won the championship and TayNinhTV came in the second. Goyao District received the Fair Play Award. Meanwhile, individual awards included the best goalkeeper, the best player, top scorer, and selection of standout players also.
Dear audience, May 31st is recognized annually as World No Tobacco Day, serving as a strong reminder of the dangers of tobacco smoke. On this occasion, we are once again called to uphold our responsibility for a clean, smoke-free living environment. In light of this, let's revisit the incident involving a group of elementary school girls casually smoking cigarettes on school grounds, which occurred in March. Previously, a video circulated on social media showing 5 female students standing in a school courtyard, smoking and blowing out smoke nonchalantly. The girls appeared relaxed, laughing, joking, and even offering cigarettes to nearby male students. The nearly 1-minute video shocked and alarmed viewers. The incident took place at a primary school in An Giang province. The pressing concern stemming from this case is, how did cigarettes reach these young girls? What are the responsibilities of schools and families in educating and supervising children? And most importantly, who is accountable for protecting children from toxic temptations creeping in both online and in real life? The fact that young people are smoking today is truly condemnable. It negatively impacts the health and public perception of youth in a bad way. In my opinion, families need to better supervise their children to prevent the use of stimulants or addictive substances. Schools to strengthen educational and awareness programs for their students. It is especially concerning that the girls seen smoking in the video are of primary school age, a demographic particularly vulnerable to the harmful effects of tobacco. Smoking on school grounds is a serious wake-up call. Tobacco not only directly harms health, leading to pneumonia, asthma, ear infections, and diminishes intellectual and physical development, but it also affects behavior, mental health, and the future of these children. This incident serves as a powerful reminder of the shared responsibility of schools, families, and student awareness in tobacco prevention. The young sprouts who represent the future of our nation must be nurtured in a safe, supportive, and healthy environment to grow and thrive physically, intellectually, and emotionally. Continue the program with domestic news. Ladies and gentlemen, from May 27 to 29, as part of an official trip to attend the 30 Asia Future Congress in Japan, Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Chí Dũng and a high-level government delegation carried out a series of important activities.
And on May the 29th, the meeting with the Japan Minister of Economy, the Foreign Industry, Mr. Muto Yoshi, the Deputy Prime Minister, proposed coordinated efforts to accelerate the implementation of the commitments, especially the outcomes of Minister Ishiba's visit to Vietnam in the areas such as energy industry, green transformation, and science technology. Both sides agreed to strengthen cooperation in economic trade and industry also. Minister Muto stated that Japan aims to boost the cooperation in the semiconductor sectors and workforce trainings, accepting Vietnamese engineers for work and supporting the AI development through the Asian-Japan Initiative. He also emphasized that Japan desire to increase investment in Vietnam and called for continued improvements in the investment environment.
To promote economic cooperation activities, including the semiconductor sector, from May 27 to May 29, Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Chí Dũng held meetings with leaders of leading Japanese corporations such as Kyoshia Semiconductor Corporation, Rapidus Company, Nitec Group, SK Group, Aeon Group, and others. He also met and spoke with Vietnamese workers at Kyoshia's UKT Semiconductor Factory. According to statistics from the General Department of Customs, in the first 4 months of 2025, Vietnam's total import turnover from the United States reached $5.66 billion, an increase of 25.78% compared to the same period in 2024. This figure reaffirms that the U.S. remains a key important market for Vietnam. The largest imports from the U.S. is computers, electric products, and components, with a turnover of $1.82 billion, up 58.26%. One company importing such components is a computer manufacturer that has seen a significant rise in orders for U.S.-made Intel processors since the beginning of 2025. Specifically, our company has grown by about 35 to 40%. Looking ahead, we've identified numerous incoming orders that require electronic components manufactured in the U.S. We also hope that both countries will streamline the use of these products. We know Intel CPUs are now being manufactured in Vietnam, meaning we are already using products made by Vietnamese workers. So from our perspective as a business, this is a very positive sign. In addition to electronics, other major import categories include cotton, machinery and equipment, animal feed and raw materials, fruits and vegetables, each with import values in the hundreds of millions of US. Experts view this growing trade as a practical step toward deepening economic, trade and investment cooperation between the two nations. Vietnamese businesses now genuinely view the U.S. as a key supplier of agricultural raw materials, electric components, and manufacturing inputs. This steps have moved us closer to a more balanced trade relationship between Vietnam and the United States. It represents a bright spot in Vietnam-U.S. trade relations that we should continue to build on. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, Vietnam currently has large, stable, and high-value demand for goods, equipment, and services from the United States. These are all areas in which the U.S. has strengths and Vietnam has corresponding needs. The Ministry urged major Vietnamese enterprises to take more proactive steps to realize this immense potential in the near future. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.